what it does, it allows you to go into the product and actually add levels in between the story and the epic, which really solves the problem. It doesn't make you have to wonder which epic you're talking about, and so you can actually put levels in between story and epics. My name is Robert Nadon. I am a lead Atlassian Architect at 4850 Labs. 4850 is a platinum professional services partner for Atlassian. We provide both managed and partner services as well as training services from Atlassian. I personally am both ITIL and SAFe certified. Scaled Agile has a different hierarchy. And the way it does it is you have your portfolio level and your solution level. And then below that, you'll have epic, capability, feature, and then below that, you have story. And that does not match up, because Epic has two levels in between story and Epic, where in Jira, it only has a single story. And this is one of the challenges we've run into with customers. And so what Jira tells you, or what the documentation will tell you to do, is simply say, well, a Jira Epic is known as a feature. A Jira Align Epic is just a new level on top. But that really can make things confusing because, which Epic are you talking about? Are you talking about the Jira Epic? Or are you talking about the Jira Align Epic? And things like that. Some of the other workarounds I've seen is really just to focus the higher levels in Jira Align and the lower levels in Jira. So you have your developers working in Jira and all your higher level portfolio engineers and project managers working in the Jira Align. But that also can bring, it's better to have everybody working in the same tool. I really enjoyed it, and I went in there and tried it and was able to, without really much help, configure a solution and actually get a solution working. And so it was very easy, very user-friendly and easy to build out, and really intuitive. And I think that's one of the most important parts is the intuitive nature of it. We created a blog on it, and it was successful. It worked, and it was a good experience in general. Well, obviously, your parent-child relationship is the one that builds it out. So I guess that's the primary feature of the app. That was clearly my favorite. I also like the display of it, the way you can actually display the hierarchy tree out and things like that. I actually haven't needed to use their support team. And I think what that is a true complement of the power of the product. You use support teams when you have trouble with the products. The workflows just seem to go smoother, and so because they're more logical, and so you can have your Epic workflow at the true Epic level, and where then you have your capabilities and features, and then tie down to the stories. And so I believe the workflows are improved from both a usability as well as a understandability flow to them. So. Every company is going to be different. And so what it is, I think not only are you going to save time, but what you're going to save is you're going to save the complexity, and that obviously then saves time. I think a lot of companies may even abandon true scaled agility or have to go with a unique product. And so such as Jira Align. And so the time saved by working in a single tool with a solution like Jira Hierarchy, like I said, it's hard to quantify each group. I would say 20% improvement, but every company is going to be different. 20% on the PM level and a good 10% on the developer level. It is going to save more of a project management time than it is a developer, but it's helpful for both. So. We've actually had customers come to us that says that we've read your blog and we want to implement that. And I said, yeah, well, give it a try. Now, for those who aren't familiar with the Atlassian ecosystem, you can try any app free for 30 days. So give it a try. If you run into any kind of issues, at 4850 Labs, we're always available. You can talk with our pre-sales consultant. They can most likely give you a few answers right there, as well as maybe build a mini support contract to, give you a bucket of hours, 10 to 20 20 hours of our expertise, and that should be more than enough to build a true accurate hierarchy and functioning system. 10 to 20 hours to build that for your company is going to be huge. That's what I'd recommend. Give it a try, go to the marketplace, check it out, and if you stumble in, give us a call. Obviously, your scaled agile companies, that's your tier 100 companies, your Fortune 100 companies that want to do scaled agile and that do not want to purchase a line, or even if they do, it's nice to have a matching hierarchy. They would be the first one that comes to mind. But then again, anybody who really wants more control over their issue hierarchy. And so, like I said, with the default product, you can build any kind of hierarchy you want above Epic. But if you need to change anything below Epic, any kind of adding levels and things like that, you really need the hierarchy product.